Hello to all, this is Oromia Broadcasting Network News. I'm Thomas Kamulatu. First Lady of Ethiopia, Zinash Tayacho, has laid a cornerstone for the construction of a secondary school in Jigjiga, the capital of Somali regional state, with 20 million birr. Fkadu Brown with the detail.
Upon her arrival at Jigjiga Airport, the First Lady of Ethiopia, Zinash Tayacho, was warmly welcomed by Vice President of the Somali Regional State, Mustafa Muhammad Umar, high government officials and residents of the town. The First Lady has been working with due attention on expansion of schools across the country. Accordingly, she laid cornerstone for the construction of secondary school in Jigjiga town, which will be built at a cost of 20 million birr. Vice President of the Somali Regional State, Mustafa Muhammad Umar, said the region was affected by lack of school accessibility, adding that they will work with due attention to improve education accessibility in the region.
The coverage of education in our region is at low level when compared to other regions. The school going to build by First Lady can play a significant role to ensure education accessibility. Students of 6 to 7 villages will be benefited from it. The regional government also working to ensure quality of education, and we are paying 20 to 70% desert allowance to state teachers on their work.
First Lady Zinash Tayacho, for her part, note that many rural students drop out their education due to lack of secondary schools around them, adding that her office has allocated 20 million birr to construct the school and it will be finalized within a year. Most of rural area students stop their education at primary level. This is due to lack of secondary school. Understanding this problem, I am working to expand secondary schools across the country in collaboration with different developmental partners, she said. Elders of the region have also expressed their happiness over good things they are getting by their new leaders.
We have get peace by the effort made by our people and the regional leaders. First Lady has carried a great ambition. This area was forgettable and a war camp. Due to this, Somali people couldn't get education opportunity. We thank First Lady for your good deeds.
Zinash has also visited urban forum that is undertaking in the town.
African Development Bank announced that East African region is registering fastest economic growth than other regions of the continent. Fkadu Brown has looked at the story.
Director General of Eastern Region at African Development Bank, Gabriel Ngatu, said economy of Eastern African countries showed better improvement than other African countries in 2018. He stated that the region's countries have a strong economic policy and have been leading their economy with clear economic system. Gabriel added that even though there are many women rights questions in the region, economic development registered in 2018 will have sustainability in 2019. According to the data currently released by United Nations, Ethiopia has registered the highest economic growth. However, the country is ranked 6th among the Horn of African countries by per capita income. Director General of Eastern Region at African Development Bank, Gabriel Ngatu, underscored that the government of Ethiopia has been improving different things to increase per capita income.
Ethiopian economy, I think, again, it's an economy that's going through major transformation. The government of Prime Minister Abiy has set the right direction, looking at several reforms, starting with the reducing the role of the public sector through privatization and other means. That is intended, the purpose is not only to sell, but to reduce the role of the public sector. In the past, the growth that Ethiopia has recorded has largely been driven by the public sector. There's now a conviction that the private sector needs to play a bigger role and reduce the role of the public sector. So that's a very encouraging trend.
According to Gabriel, if the country continues developing industrial parks, it will benefit a lot from it. He noted that the bank has supported 4 agro-industrial parks so far, adding that they have created many job opportunities for citizens in this regard. He further noted that the bank will continue its support on different developmental activities.
It is not us who decide where we intervene, but the government which is very much in the driver's seat, decides and in consultation with us agree on how much resources should be allocated to what sector, and we are doing that very well. We'll continue to engage ourselves through our resource. We'll continue to mobilize additional resources from other partners so that the country can achieve its intended objective.
The Oromia Education Bureau announced that about 180 secondary and preparatory schools built at a cost of 3 billion birr have gone operational in the Oromia regional states. Here is Olkamondu for the detail.
The government is strictly working on increasing the access of secondary education for all. As a result, many secondary schools have been built and started rendering service in North Shawardon districts of the Oromia regional state. In this regard, Chagal and Mukakule secondary schools that are found in Grajaso and Dagam districts of North Shawardon were the best examples. Both of the schools have started rendering service. Students of those schools who talked to OBN said, as a result of the establishment of those schools in their area, they are getting education easily.
Previously, our brothers were going very far place from here in searching of a secondary school education. But we are so lucky the school is here in our locality. I'm working to score high result in my education.
This
is great opportunity for us. We have got a school in our area. We can get our education easily, and we can also help our parents when they need us in our free time, she said. In North Shawardon, 9 schools which were under construction for years have now started rendering services for the students. Process on-route school improvement program with North Shawardon Negotiatory said more than 39,000 students are attending their education with their districts of the zonal administration. The process owner said that those newly built schools have been solving the lack of secondary schools in their area. Vice head of the Oromia Education Bureau, Alama Yosafa, said the bureau has been strictly working on expanding the access of secondary school and preparatory school for the public, adding in different zonal administrations of the Oromia regional state, totally 180 secondary school and preparatory schools have been completed and started rendering services. The schools were under construction since 2017.
Our target is not building schools. It is more than that. We want to address education with great quality. Finally, all the necessary equipment and facilities is our target. Many works are also underway to make the school the center of quality education.
Meanwhile, Future Teachers Training College, which is under construction with a cost of 100 million birr, has also been completed and ready for service. Dean of the college, Solomon Hailamaram, said the college can play its role in maximizing the teachers' training capacity.
Scholars recommended that the best way to promote and sustain social values by incorporating the values in national education curriculum. Uluma has more on that.
Scholars said incorporating social values in education curriculum so as to restore and teach the current generation is crucial. The scholars told the Ethiopian news agency that social values should be organized in ways that they support changes and improvements in the country. They also noted that using indigenous knowledge and wisdoms should be encouraged than importing political and administrative policies. Philosophy lecturer at Addis Ababa University, Dr. Anna Dao, said many negative situations that have been hindering benefits of citizens of the country are emerging from lack of social integrity of the people of the country.
For me, what we have been observing from our community's life is devastating. Supporting, valuing and respecting each other are becoming weak from time to time. This comes from lack of valuing our culture. But we can solve this if we work on it.
Dr. Anna stated that importing policies may lead the country to something that hinders benefits of the people unless they are used wisely and effectively.
Our values have not been supported with policies and regulations. They are also not institutionalized. We can find them only within their societies. So, work should be done to solve those problems.
Media experts and communicators of different stakeholders have received a training in connection with the upcoming population and the housing census on the stage organized in Nakamti town. We'll go on more the detail.
To achieve one country's target plan, conducting population and housing census is very important. Ethiopia is going to conduct the fourth round population and housing census. Accordingly, the agency has been offering training for media experts and communicators of different stakeholders in Nakamte town. The training was held under the theme "I'm benefited to be counted in the population census." It was said that the population and housing census will play a role in sustaining the socio-economic, political, good governance, democracy, and solving infrastructure problems. The agency has been offering different training for statisticians and other concerned bodies. The training has aimed at creating awareness for the experts and motivating the public. Everyone should be counted properly because the benefit of being counted is great for every citizen of the country. You guys have to create awareness for the public. The census will concern all individuals, including individuals with disabilities and elders. In this regard, you have to play your maximum effort in mobilizing the public. Head of Statistics Office of Wallagga area, Balaya Boma, said the overall activities of the fourth round population and housing census will be held by using technological machines. The census will include the overall status of the public, which means it will include their age, education level, sex and living standards. The census will help to solve the socio-economic problems of the public. Many technological machines are ready to support the census. Participants of the training have also vowed to play their level best in mobilizing and creating awareness for the public. I'm ready to work day and night in succeeding this mission. There are different technical committees which are established to support this census, so we will work together with them for its success, she said. We have to create awareness for the public, and in this regard, I'm ready to discharge my responsibility properly. In the training, experts and heads of communication offices of West Oromia districts have participated. According to the Central Statistics Agency, the census will take place from April 7 to 28, 2019.
The Oromia Public Service and Human Resource Bureau said government workers should execute their job as properly as possible. The Oromia Vital Events Registration Agency has been evaluating its 6 months' work performance with stakeholders on the stage organized in Adama town. It is Fikadu Brano for the story.
The Oromia Vital Events Registration Agency was started its work on August 9, 2016. The main aims of its works are registering natural events like births and deaths, as well as social events, marriage, divorce, and adoption. The agency has been evaluating its 6 months' work performance with stakeholders in Adama town. According to the research presented, out of 7,239 villages of the Oromia region, 96% have started the work. The agency has also accomplished 52% of its plan in the past 6 months. Arsi, Guji, Horogudru, Wallagga, the Oromia Special Zone surrounding Finfinne, Jimma and North Shawa zones are performing exemplary works in this regard. Towns like Mojo, Dukam and Burayu have also achieved high performance. Heads of the sector of Arsi Zone and West Guji Zone have to say the following about the work performance of their zones respectively.
We have achieved this result through capacitating and awareing our structure at district level. They have also done a lot by coordinating with different public servants to create awareness at Kabale level. As general, many districts of our zone couldn't do the work due to security problem. Out of 9 districts we have, only 1 district could perform this work.
Head of the Oromia Vital Events Registration Agency, Abdullah Hugote, said coordination work is crucial to overcome limitations seen in the past 6 months.
We have agreed to work based on plan, so all of our sector offices should lead the work by their own plan.
Head of the Oromia Public Service and Women Resource Development, Dr. Bikala Urusa, for his part underscored that every public servant should respect work time of the government to properly do its work.
After now, the government will do its work with narrow structure. This means every public servant should serve its public 8 hours per day. If this work belongs to all of us, it should be seen in our plan. So after now, we should work with sense of responsibility.
Participants of the 8th Ethiopians Urban Forum, which is underway in Jigjiga town of Somali regional state, witnessed that they share best experiences from one another. Aklilu Gabru compiled their ideas.
8th Ethiopian Urban Forum is taking place here in Jigjiga town of Somali regional state under the theme Synergy for the Prosperity of Ethiopian series. 168 domestic series and series from neighboring countries are also taking part on this grand event. OBN has also talked to representatives of some towns and cities about their creativity and how they are promoting their towns and cities.
Bishoftu city is a beautiful and naturally gifted city. It is just highly populated city. It is from proximity to Addis is very near, and that is an opportunity for the city. It's naturally gifted with this 7 crater lakes, and that by using that, this city can emanate or produce more economic effects and giving job opportunities.
Different committees are working on different areas, so like security, like hosting, like welcoming committees. Also, and we invite the Jigjiga University and the technical MSCs, different MSCs that they have products, and also the students are innovators. We invited there. They sit on 152 in numbers in these areas.
Really, we have warmly welcomed our guests. We also believe that love wins.
I'm Deputy Mayor of Hawassa Town. The secret of our winning is that we have already identified and evaluated our efforts and weaknesses. Then we have changed it into action.
At the end of the day, some cities and towns will be awarded by the remarkable achievements that they have scored so far.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's all for now. Have a wonderful time.